MVG, one of the greatest dart players to ever live, has a wonderful range of darts, and we're offering 20% off this range of products and a free set of Fusion flights in black or yellow for each purchase of one of these fantastic sets of darts. The flights will be added at checkout automatically. Now let me show you them in a bit more detail, because frankly there are some that are simple, some that are funky, and some that are just simply surprising. Stay tuned, you won't want to miss these. Let's start with the MVG Aspire. Now these are 80% tungsten, but they don't actually feel like they're any cheaper. They feel good in the hand and they fly well. Now these are, however, much more sort of a basic dart, and you'll see as we progress they sort of get more and more, but just keep watching. These have standard MVG 2 grip zone at the front, which is a little bit smaller, and at the rear. They've got lime green details, long stems, and MVG flights. Also a standard smooth black point that holds better than silver. Not a bad start. Authentic. Now these are MVG's dart. Natural 90% tungsten and simple cuts. This is the dart we're most familiar seeing in throw. They also use the Prism 4 stems, which have extra grip, and if you like to throw from the stem, that's pretty good. If you want to impersonate MVG, these are the darts to do it with. Simple, classic, and unmistakably MVG, the green machine. Assault. These are actually my favourite to throw from the lot, and a complete sleeper in the range. Now if you ask anyone which beginner dart they recommend, so many people are going to turn around and say the Javelin. They have the simple wide ring cuts, it's grippy, but it's simple. Now these offer that, but in a shorter, stumpier barrel, which I just love. Now I couldn't put these down, and the grip is just great. If you love javelins, but you want something MVG styling, and a shorter barrel really did surprise me. Blackpoints, MVG designed stems, and all of them have different MVG flights. My favourite to throw of the bunch. Absolute. Now if you like the classic MVG barrel, but you want a tapered nose and a bit more grip, these are the option for you. Especially if you're looking for those micro gains from a barrel. The milled cuts give you a little bit more of a grippy sort of edge on your fingers, and with the vector stems, you get the aluminium tops. Now these really do hold your flights tightly to avoid them pinging off. And if you're good at grouping, which let's face it, we all wish we were much better at. Enough about throwing poor darts, we move on to Exact. Now I know I said that the Authentic made me feel like MVG, but these maybe make me feel a little bit more like MVG, sort of at its peak. That's because they have an atomised finish on the dart, which means it feels more sort of worn, but also grippier, sort of like a sandblast finish. So I think these are probably my favourite atomised grip darts that they've ever produced, aside from maybe the Ian Whites. They just look cool and they feel good in the hand. Now all of these, as I say, are best from the rear, as that's where the grip is provided, and the logo's generally just slightly front of middle. But for me, these are the ones that most make me feel like I'm MVG. I just wish I played a little bit more like him. I'm actually daydreaming now on being as good as MVG. I don't get how they make it look so easy. Anyway, Trilogy. Now if there was an award for style in this range, these would be the ones to win, hands down. You've got the classy black darts with natural tungsten and gold to make it a timeless masterpiece. Now that extends into the gold top stems and the black, silver and gold flights. They're just stunning. Now, you can always tell an MVG dart, kind of how it feels in hand and where those grip zones are. It just makes it so identifiable. Anyway, I just love these. My second favourite, that's right, second favourite for looks, Vantage. Now this set is probably the most sort of out there of the lot. You've got black, silver, gold and green, and a tapered nose and V-cuts. Someone was obviously getting very experimental with these. Maybe it was MVG. But there's nothing wrong with that. With creativity comes innovation and greatness. Now the gold section in that rear gives that little bit of extra grip, so I'd say that it is best from the rear, which typically I think is best for all of the MVG darts, especially from a balance point of view. Quite sleek, quite different, very out there. Finally we have Adrenaline. Now these for me, still to this day, are my favourite winmau dart. Now I swooned over the black and green finish in these, with incredibly rounded oval cuts paired with this sort of neon green vector and the MVG flights. I wanted them so much. However, when I tried them, they were smidge too long for me. I mean, I was gutted. They felt so thin in the hand, and I was so sure that I was going to hit more trebles, I did get a set. If this dart gets released in a 47mm version or less, it will be only the second dart I've ever bought myself in the last 3 years. It'll be amazing! We're begging you, please! Well, I am anyway. But maybe if you agree, let me know in the comments below. I'll also just have the logo at the rear so that we can have middle grip as well. Anyway, there you have it. 20% off this range and a free set of fusions in yellow or black if you get one of these sets. That's a pretty cool offer. Head over to Dartshopper in your region while stocks last. Thanks for watching and have a phenomenal one. Come on, that's not a bad MVG, is it?